So these materials were actually donated by Carol herself. She has representations from basically every game that she worked on while she was in the industry with Atari and Activision in the late 70s and early 80s. The very first game that she created was actually ended up being unreleased, and this is the source code, and it's a game called Polo. And it was supposed to be released in conjunction with the Ralph Lauren Polo cologne. So you can see here, this says ball motion. So this is her calculating how the ball would have to move in the game. This is for the motion of the horse. So you've got, how does the ball move? How does the horse move? This is actually what the horse, it's a little hard to tell, but here's like the horse and here's the player. That's Polo, and despite the fact that it wasn't released, this is still, for all intents and purposes that we can find, the first video game released for a major company that was designed and programmed by a woman. You can see here the source code is dated 1978. These are some more design documents. It's called Cubic. Basically what it is it's three-dimensional tic-tac-toe. And then this is just a sampling of some of the complex math that she was doing to figure it out, because of course it's going to be very primitive AI, but there is still an AI sort of factor to it so that the game knows that it won. Pages and pages and pages of just mathematics. So Carol's most well-known game, and sold over 1 million copies at the time of its publication, which was huge in the 1980s, was River Raid. Carol Shaw, her name is right up top, and that was something that Activision was very adamant about, was that their designers were going to get billing the same way that movie producers and authors did. You only have, I think it's 4K of memory on the Atari 2600. And she really wanted to create a non-repetitive landscape. It was a randomizer that did the background. No game was exactly the same. And one other thing that's really interesting about River Raid that Carol donated to us is this is a River Raider patch. If you got a particularly high score, you could take a photo and you could send in your photograph of your score, and they would send you this River Raider patch. And then this is the original printed source code for River Raid, and you can see they're dated February 1983.
Have you ever met her?
No, but I will meet her in November.
Oh, she's coming by?
She is. When we open up our Women in Games exhibit, we're having a gathering of developers who are going to be featured there, and we're having sort of like a reception and everything. And hopefully she's coming. She's hoping to be able to come.